Yes, like butter on a roll. It is week 12 of the high school football season, and it gets going all tonight. Now, we're in playoffs, hard to believe.
Yes, it is.
Playoffs, Hardee's Friday Night Blitz coming your way tonight on WFXR, CW Virginia, WFXRTV.com, Facebook, YouTube. We're all over the place. And the man that's all over the place is our sports director, Jermaine Ferrell. All right. Let's get right to it.
I'm usually all over the place in more ways than one.
Yeah.
But
and we love you for that.
That's right.
Let's talk about game of the week this week. What do we got?
Well, we really don't have a game of the week per se.
Okay.
So but we do have a team that's going to compete for state title. Of course, the VHSL, they kick off their playoffs this week.
Okay.
But the VISAA, which is, the private school ranks, they wrap up their season, of course, tomorrow. In the title game, we focus on Norcross. Tomorrow, guess what they're going to do? They're going to play for the whole ball of wax. They're going to host St. Anne Belfield. Of course, that team's out of Charlottesville. That's for the Division II title. That'll be a 1 o'clock kickoff. Now, of course, Sydney, you got St. Anne's Belfield. They're 13-5. They lead that series. But the last time they met, you have to go back to September 22nd, 2022.
Okay.
And that's where Norcross put a whipping on them on the road. That game was up in Charlottesville, 47-6. This is their first ever playoff matchup, which is pretty cool. Norcross won at home in their state semifinals. They went over Atlantic Christian Shores 35-29. They had a 21-0 lead. They had to hold on to get the win there. And, of course, St. Anne's Belfield, they shut out Nansman Suffolk down in the Tidewater area, 26-0. Of course, Norcross are going for their 7th state title and 3rd in the last 4 seasons. Now, they won it all back in 1993, 2008, 2011, 2019, 2022, and 2023. This is their 14th overall state title game appearance, Sydney, and they've been in the title game the last 7 years. So this is on a roll. Like butter.
Like butter.
On a roll. Yeah, they're on a roll. They're rolling too.
Yeah.
But they've been 8 of the last 9 years as well. Now the Raiders, they have their eyes on their prize to get that state title. So you have so many games we're keeping our eyes on tonight, of course, which is big time stuff there.
Yeah, I was about to say, so that's one division, and now the playoffs are starting for some other divisions. Talk about some other games we have our eyes on tonight.
Well, the big thing is we have so many games, and no, I'm not going to mention them all. We'd be here all day. We'd have another noon show. You're ready to go as it is. But we're going to have highlights of 14 games. Okay. So we have some games of note now. We're going to skip that because that's not the right one. Let's skip that graphic there. That's not the right one. That's the one I need. Yeah, I put it in Dark 30. Those were last week's games, so,
Because you're all over the place.
Big on accuracy, but we're going to be right here. So we're tonight, 10:30, CW, Virginia, and we're actually going to be on right after the Minnesota-Oregon game. So right then and there, but good stuff right there. And, of course, the VISAA title game again. If we got that graphic in there, I think. We have the VISAA title game.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is. We're going to mention it again. It's a big one. St. Anne Belfield Saints against the Norcross Raiders. That is my mistake, guys. I've been butchering this all night, but that is the right graphic right there. Norcross Raiders, St. Anne's Belfield right then and there. So that's a big game. But anyway, let's roll up to that. Again, we'll have highlights of 14 games. Of course, we'll be on that Minnesota-Oregon game, so you can check all the good stuff out. So, but here's something that's interesting here. So you see it right here. That's the one I want. See, I had it wrong, but now we're back up to speed.
We're getting there.
We're back up to speed.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. For some people, they got paid, but that's okay. But anyway, there it is. CW Virginia, WFXRTV.com, Facebook, YouTube. Then tonight again after that Minnesota-Oregon game. Of course, that'll be Saturday there, 11 o'clock CW, and good stuff right then and there. But we're rocking and rolling through the scene, and this is fun stuff. Yeah, we can roll up a little more there. There we go. Yep, right there. Highlights 14 games. So there you go. But meanwhile, we got some
college ball,
We're going to talk
right?
about some college football. Yeah. So
because I want to talk about college football because JMU.
That's right.
We got some good news. I've got my fingers crossed for next week. There's a lot of rumors swirling. But first, we got to get through App State this weekend,
That's right.
course.
And we have a big weekend. Word on the street, they might host game day. There you go. So anyway, college football action. We can pull that up. Washington Lee will be at Shenandoah. That's at 1. Also at 1, LaGrange will be at Southern Virginia. Southern Virginia having a great season. VMI at Furman. That's at 1. And then Ferrum hosting Concord at 2. And then here's the games. I finally threw them on the list. James Madison.
Go Dukes.
We have 3:30 games there. James Madison taking on Appalachian State, Virginia at Duke, and then Liberty at Florida International. They actually play at 5. And then Virginia Tech will be at Florida State at 7:30. Of course, real quick, let's look at the Fox lineup tonight. Again, Minnesota, Oregon State, Michigan, and Northwestern, and UFC, Texas Tech. Those are 2 Saturday games. And then the following list, there it is, BYU and UConn basketball, men's side, women's side, South Carolina, USC, and then the NFL Sunday, the single header, Chicago against Minnesota, and then college football doubleheader. You see it right there on the CW, North Carolina at Wake Forest at 4, and then at 10 o'clock, Louisiana Tech at Washington State. And then basketball on the CW, Ohio taking on Louisville at noon, and follow that up with, we have SMU hosting Butler. And of course, real quick, we got to throw this out here, big weekend for college basketball. Virginia Tech and Virginia having games this weekend, and they're accepting donations. They're doing the Montgomery County Christmas store drive right there to get the donations going. It's again the holiday season, so if you have a new toy and you're going to the Virginia Tech game, they'll have distribution boxes out there. So it's fun stuff right there.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe basketball season's back now. I mean, we got all the sports.
Yeah, but we got to talk about football, weather, and Weatherby, as you guys call him.
Yes.
Also known as Brandon Lashbrook. Hook us up, Buddy Rowe, with what the forecast is going to be for our Friday night Blitz action.
You know, fall is just a great time for sports, and tonight we have really nice fall weather for those football games beginning at 7 o'clock. Temperatures into the 40s and lower to mid-50s, so you want to grab that light jacket or so, but we are looking dry out there from any rain. But towards the weekend, we do turn a bit warmer, and then a big chance for some showers possible as well. More on the timing of that rain chance for you coming up next.